Cool. So it looks like we're live. We're alive. We can say hello to everybody in the world. So hello, everybody. Let's slaughter a mole. Except we can't, because I forgot the whole reason that this thing is possible to do. I was a fool. I've ruined it. I've forgotten. I don't usually boss a whole lot, so I completely forgot that I have to actually. I'm quiet. Okay. Very quiet. That's not good. Okay, so it is this one. Cool. I'm alive again. Hello, children. Oh, we got a lot of people here today. Hello. This many people don't usually come up to my RuneScape streams. There we go. Which means I have to drop the window capture real quick. Then make sure that it actually did that on the stream live. Cool. Wonderful. Now I can turn the window capture back on. Okay, bye, Megabuster Baby, you sassy bitch. Alright, so let's get ourselves set up again. Because I was being a fool. Alright, time to murder. Time to do some bossing. Content that I haven't really done on stream. I usually do like Slayer stuff, and I know that could be a little boring to watch, though everything's a little boring to watch. It's RuneScape. It's not really a game you watch, but I'm gonna make y'all watch instead. Cool, now that I have the shield, it actually shows you where the mole is. Otherwise, you have to look for this thing yourself, and let me tell you, that does not pan out. Uh-oh. Already doing a lot less damage than I was hoping for. Yay. There we go. Now we got the big hits going in. So how's everybody doing? This whole stream is to make up for not streaming last night because ended up having a social life for once in my life. We played Pokemon Stadium 2 and I won. Surprise, surprise, I beat the people who don't play competitive Pokemon in competitive Pokemon. Is he not going to leave? Oh, darn it. Now for the annoying part of this fight, it runs away and you have to go search for it, which if you don't have Falador Shield 3, you don't know where it is. So you kind of just have to guess, but since I have Falador Shield 3, I can hunt this thing down. Murder, 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 murder. Big hit, big hit. I hit nothing. I hit absolutely nothing. Joy. Oh. But can I get a big hit now? I drank the strength potion. I want a big hit. Yeah, every hit it's a 33% chance that it'll just split. And that can be a little annoying sometimes. Oh, that's good. The good result in the colonoscopy, not the fact that you had to have a scary one. I imagine that's not a fun thing to have to deal with. Why am I so inaccurate today? Jesus. There we go. That's a big hit. And he's dead. What do we get? Not much good. So the real joy of taking this thing out is you get Moleclaw and skins, which means in one kill I just made 15,000 gold, including the blood runes, which is another about 4k. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't do like PvP or like bossing content on mobile. I did do a little bit of Slayer, but even then it feels like there was a little bit of input delay compared to the PC version, so it was the big spookerini. And I didn't appreciate that. I have all my best gear on too. I'm surprised I'm hitting so inaccurately. I feel like that's my issue with this game, is that I happen to have a worse accuracy account than anyone else, but it's all just personal. I'm gonna let this thing hit me raw. That came out wrong. Oh dear. Yeah, my phone's fortunately large enough where I feel like you know what's really good on mobile? Agility. Agility is very good on mobile. Like things you can AFK like fishing or agility are probably really good on mobile. I know I did fishing on mobile when I was editing videos because when I render out a video, RuneScape lags out really hard. So mobile really helped out with that. Now that he's in the 50% range, he now has a 33% chance every time. So can I just take this thing out before it... Oh, didn't like that. Maybe I should just go on lunge. I don't think the accuracy buff is as good as the... Because you do get a pseudo accuracy buff whenever you have it on aggressive mode, because when you have a higher max hit, that's one more number you have to not roll a 0. So when you're stronger, you technically have higher accuracy. Oh yeah, Ultimate Iron Men are nuts. I have no idea how Settle did that. Or no, I watched the series, so I have every idea how he did it. I wouldn't have the mental fortitude necessary. Settled's crazy. That was super fun to watch because of it. I always look forward to... Yes! That one was much easier. Oh. Bad drop. Yeah, that's not very good at all. Christ. Oh, well, we'll see how many of these we can do. If I get like an hour of these, because I usually don't do too many mole fights, because things like the prayer flick for a long time do kind of wear on me. Just why certain things like Bloodveld Slayer is unfortunate for me, because it can be a bit of a drag. Because you have to be like really on that, because they hit too frequently and too hard. Yeah, that's settled as well. He's in the one of the most dangerous areas in the game that he got to at the lowest level possible, and no banking or anything. Which I also recommend watching, because it's probably going to be a lot more interesting than watching me stream this, since he edits down all the boring grind and stuff. Go watch Settled's Mauritania Ultimate Iron Man series. It's super interesting. I'd highly recommend it for some highly well done edited content that you wouldn't expect. He's the current king of RuneScape, I'd go so far to say. So I highly recommend Swampletics to anyone. Meet Swampletics. I'm Mauritania locked Ultimate Iron Man. I don't know if I've ever explained prayer flicking to the people who watch this stuff on my channel. The overhead prayers make you invincible to certain attacks or monsters. But they eat up a lot of prayer, so if you just activate it when the monster is going to attack, like at the very tick, you can save some prayer points. Which means you can have longer trips, you just have to pay closer attention, which can be kind of annoying for some people. Probably not going to be fishing on this one. Fishing definitely wouldn't be fun to watch. That's just sitting there watching my guy do nothing, and then I talk to you guys. Which I can also do that with better drops. Nice! That one went way better. Oh. At least it's an alcohol. I'm not doing half bad on the skin drops. Wonder. So in 3 kills, we've made... In 8 minutes, we've made 50k. Honestly, not half bad. You can do a lot with 50k. Like, you can purchase 50k worth of items with that. If I was on Twitch, I would play a Simpsons episode in the corner, because I feel like I would be invincible and I'd be allowed to do that. Yeah, this is Apex. Hello, Lubruhaha. Can I... Damn it. I don't know, the Abyssal Dagger's special does lower your accuracy and strength for the attack, but... I was hoping with Piety on it might help out, but it very rarely does. It very, very rarely does. So I say we do an hour of this, and then we switch on over to, Alright, threw up with that one. Christ. That's all Chipotle. And then we switch on over to Pokemon Clover shiny hunting for a bit. What Mega Buster Eevee? What could you possibly have to add to the situation? Do I not have my good stuff on? Got my Barrows gloves, I got my Fury. There's the 22. Just even small hits. I just hate how I'm hitting so many zeros. More rats. We are the rats. I think that's a... Is Clover good? It's... I don't know. I've only gotten to the first route because I found a shiny Squirrap and then I had to kill it because I didn't have any Pokeballs. It was less of a weak burp and more just like 5 different burps in one, and I ended up throwing up during one. Like the writing's kind of hit or miss from what I've seen so far, but okay, thank you, Mole. Very cool. I will find that shiny before we do. Oh, I swear, we're gonna find that shiny eventually, and then we're gonna do a Clover stream series. James, I'm going to soothe you. Ooh, big hit, big hit. Yeah, too big. He's impressed by my girth. Where'd he go? Oh. Took a bit to pop up again, that's weird. Yeah, you Europeans and your it being 12:20 right now. You guys don't really even have AM or PM. It's like it's just like 0 o'clock for you guys. And stockpiling these strange fruits, so I am gonna sue. Well, I can't sue you, James. You guys don't have lawyers in Europe. I'm glad that the mole stream could provide you with the inspiration you needed for this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make Shiny Squirrap or Kengion work, even if it ends up not being that good, because it's essentially like stat-wise, it's just like having like Eradicate on the team for the whole game. But if I'm working this hard, I'm gonna claim it. God, this mole in particular is a bit of a penis. It's pronounced San Francisco, Ace. Hit the mole. Hit it. Swear, this is why I can't do like any real bossing, because I'm gonna waste all my supplies just missing. There we go. I knew you could do it. Blood runes. Be great if I could get the pet, but I really, really doubt I'm gonna get that. Here we go. Oh. Wow, maybe one day this will be less disappointing. Try to put some music on, huh? I'll get the stream playlist randomized right after this. Yeah, where were these big hits before? Oh, there they are. Murder.com. We're fighting a mole. Specifically a giant one. Just hitting rivers in a desert. What makes these moles bigger? Capitalism. And it was glorious. The pink moles are baby moles. I will call him Mini Mole. Moly, moly, moly. Moly, moly, moly. I think each one has like an Austin Powers reference. There's one of the Motherlode Mine that has a very specific Austin Powers reference as a result. What are you? Moly, moly, moly. Okay. Moly, I will call him Mini Mole. Mole. I think that's the one in Motherlode Mine too. I'm coming to get you, Mole. Ah, damn it. Here comes the mole. Moly, 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 moly. Snack 2, baby. Big hit. Oh. And if you don't have a good light source, that dirt will knock out your light source and then bugs will eat your flesh. And that's not as fun. You don't want bugs eating your flesh. Come on. Come on, big hit, big hit. Okay, big hit, big hit. Yeah, we'll take that. Big hit? No. I don't want that, no sir. Time to get that mole. That guacamole. I can sense you, mole. I know where you are. Did anyone fight this thing before the Falador Shield 3? How does anything fight this thing now? Here we go. Big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit, big hit. Or miss. Okay, great. Awesome. Cool. Swaggin'. It's the swagger wagon. Viewers, what I need you to do is raise your arms into the sky and give me your energy so I can fight this mole. Run into your mom's room at 3 a.m. I gotta stop stealing Oni Plays jokes. Come on, big hit, big hit, big hit. Bigger hit, come on. I'm gonna keep piety on until we do this. There we go, I knew you could do it. Oh yay, more crap. I did it. After Ace raised her hands, I defeated the mole, and to her I say, mini mole. I was gonna say we can get a mini mole like emoticon going in the Discord, but Rufus one pretty much just is that. I have to change the name of that one too. It's not funny or clever at all. Just kind of racist. I meant to go put the playlist on. Let me go do that real quick. Let's get the playlist going. I sure hope the thing isn't too dang loud. How's the fight going? Just kind of leaving that. Okay, cool. Have we really not even hit this guy? Wow, that is unfortunate. Alright, stream tunes. What was I listening to last? I think I added something to this recently too. Put it on shuffle. Layer cake. Tell me if that's like too loud or anything. Oh, where'd he go? Get some funky fresh tune. It lowered just a bit, gotcha. Where are you? I didn't. Oh shoot! I took a bunch of big hits there, didn't I? Got a feeling it's over there. Yeah. Pulsates? What? For a second, I thought someone else was attacking the mole. I didn't think someone would do that. Just jump into my moles. I don't want anyone to jump in and steal my mole kill. Come on, big kid. I got piety up. Man, fuck you. I'm summoning my persona. It's giant mole. And it goes. And then it uses Pterodon. That's what I'm saying. You wouldn't just go into someone else's hole and touch their mole. What are we trying to achieve by obliterating moles? Big money. Come on, big money. Where's the money? Alright, I think that's the absolute lowest amount of money I could have possibly gotten from this. I didn't realize this such a bad drop was on this. My god. That is... It's almost not worth the space to keep around. That's a really bad drop. Oh my god. Shoot, it might have been better just to not get a drop then. It'd be like that. Yeah, it does be. It do be like that sometimes. Jumping Jiminy. Come on. Big hit. Big hit. Usually YouTube videos like loop the song once or twice. Kinda surprised that one just kinda fades off. Why did I put this into my fucking stream tunes? volume for this one.
And then it's trying to get more focus. Has no end, but it's still the best game. It's the eye of the spider, it's poison and on fire. Oh, look out, I'm an excellent fighter. The creepers and zombies of the mob of the night. Spiders give you some strength and the eye of the spider. The eye of the spider. The eye of the
I love that one. I forgot I put that in the playlist. Now I'm gonna lose ad revenue now. I think everything else should be like actually like music. Why did I put that in there? Oh yeah, because it was during the last like Clover stream. We were like looking at it like the Minecraft parodies of songs, and I wanted to find a very specific one, and that was it. Ah yes, now we run. Dude, I swear, Brood Buster is one of the best battle themes in an RPG, like ever. All I wanted of Rose Gold Heart is to make someone feel the same way I felt when Brood Buster first kicked in Deltarune. That's all I want with this game. Do I have sicko mode in this playlist? No, thank you. I like to respect not getting copyright strikes on my channel. Oh, shoot. Should probably just amp up my voice then. It's already really amped up, so. I swear I'm an actual audio engineer, fellas. Nah, it's just hard to tell when I'm like actually going, especially when you have like this many songs in a playlist. I liked Sicko Mode before, like, I think, no, I listened to a Guitar Hero parody of it, where it's Dicko mode, and the song is totally fine up until it gets to the final verse, and then it takes everything about it and just makes it about jerking off your friends. But I still feel like if I play it, I'm gonna get hit with copyright, so... Nice. Big hit, big hit. Come on, more big hits? Are you, a 1? Well, 1's a hit, so we'll take that. Would I date in Undertale? Probably nobody, honestly. I don't find anyone in Undertale particularly attractive. Ooh, nice. Do they nerf the drops on these things? These are all drops I haven't seen before, and they're all really bad. Let's see what we got so far. Take out the Monkfish. Take out the Strange Fruits. I'm still 100k over, so ain't bad for 20 minutes. I mean, Onion's not like getting his like weird tentacles around my thighs and just pinning me down and making sweet love to me would be pretty cool, but you probably smell really... Oh boy, someone joined right in the middle of that sentence. Fuck off, Leo. Can't you give me a good random event? I'm sure you do. Come on. Big hit so I can tell this guy to fuck off. But yeah, if someone's gonna bring up Undertale, I'm gonna bring out all of the fantasies that come with Onion Sun. I was gonna say maybe Muffet. Muffet would probably be the closest thing I would feel towards actual attraction towards an Undertale character. And I mean, like, it is the vaguest thing. Yeah, Leo fucked off to the ether where he belongs. I don't know, Undertale designs feel very specifically, like, anti-waifuable. Oh, finally, that hit. Oh, I feel like that was Toby Fox's intention, probably. And of course, that didn't help with Sans and everyone putting a big glowing blue penis on him, but... You know. I don't know if they still do it, but then again, I never saw, like, the porn side of the Undertale fandom. Like, everyone's like, oh, all Tumblr does is post porn, and it's like, if you follow people who post porn, then yeah, that's all Tumblr will be for you, but... You know what I see on Tumblr? I see dank memes and cat pics, because those are the people I choose to follow. So chances are, if you're having a bad time with Tumblr, you just follow the wrong people. Yeah, Undertale's entire set, like, no, if I was gonna have a loving relationship with anything from Undertale, it would be the soundtrack. It would make the sweetest of love. See, I knew someone was gonna join into the middle of the Undertale porn conversation. Again, like, I want, like, one big drop before we move over to the next, game. I want the excitement of seeing, oh shit, fam, I hit the big drop. That was also my thing about the Chaos King from Deltarune. I didn't really feel him as an antagonist. I didn't think his theme was all that. I like this cover of it a lot, but I like a lot of the things that Rashad EP does. So. Make a character that's 8 feet tall and speaks entirely in limericks. And every time he does it, he gets 1 foot taller. And the implication is that he started out at 3 feet, and he's only spoken out of turn 5 times in his life. I feel like that would be a good character trait. Also with sharp teeth and abs, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah! It'd be cool if I could, like, have this set up and have, like, Pokemon Go up in the corner. See maybe if a good spawn would occur. There are no good spawns out there, BT dubs. There's a Ralts out there somewhere, but I'm not gonna go hunt for a Ralts.
What if I just, like, censor it?
I have more than enough Ralts candy at this point. I really thought I was gonna do more Eyes of Heaven content on this channel, and that just ended up not happening. Eyes of Heaven, more like Eyes of I didn't want to pay more than $7 for it. Really? This thing just not gonna shuffle? What if it gets to the end, it ruins the shuffle? That's stupid. Alright, let's start with that then. And I don't mean like the end of like the shuffled tracks. There were 12 playlists and that song just happened to be the end of the playlist. Alright, big hits, come on. Yeah! I can feel that. He doesn't throw his poop, that's dirt. You fool. I mean, I'll take big hits if that's what it's gonna take. If we're gonna just be doing pot shots, I'll take large hits with those pot shots. Also, if you threw poop at someone, they probably wouldn't ever want to try stabbing you again, so... That's kind of a risk. You take the risk that... I don't know. I don't feel like it would be. Doki Doki Literature Club felt very specifically meant to be streamed. Oh, sweet. Alright, let's see what we get. At least that's useful. I feel like it's too loud again. hit me up with your requests. I'll throw them in the heap. Which is to say, the playlist. Poop Mall Rat Gang! Hashtag Rat Gang. I was considering doing Fire Red tonight, but I don't want people to, like, go with the whole Mute Cold Orphan Purge lore. How do we request? Donate $5 per... No, I'm joking. Just say what you want to hear. And I'll see if it's, I'm surprised I don't have that, one already in the playlist. Family Jewels did a really good cover of it, too, but I unsubbed from Family Jewels because a lot of their songs just kind of turned out the same. It's like, cool, we're gonna have this nice intro, and then we're gonna put on the overdrive, and then every song will sound the same. Yeah, Every Day is Night is, I think, what really got me into Valhalla. God, Valhalla is so good. Rune from Sage's Discord got the game for me. She's like, yeah, I heard you got a new mic, or something like that. It's been years at this point. I think I mentioned that I got a new mic and I wanted something to test it on. And she's like, yeah, here, I just bought you Valhalla, make funny noises for it. I'm like, alright, cool, I'll play through it a little bit first to see, like, what voices I would do. And I just got super into it and then never ended up doing that. Ah. Hey, Bloods. The Persona soundtrack scares me, outside of 5. I feel like Dancing All Night tracks are probably a little too, high risk. Ooh, big hit on me. Christ, the 15. No, this mic sounds horrendous. Oh, Jesus H. I use this one because it's easier. I did get another new mic, like very specifically for the headset, but I do need to play with it a little bit more because the setup for it is really weird. What, did shuffle turn off? Jesus. Jesus. I'm probably gonna slip this one into Rose Gold Heart somewhere. I've been looking a lot at games outside of Pokemon to pull tracks from, and I do want to get this one in the game somehow. It's gonna run the risk of kind of seeming a little disjointed music-wise, because I'm not gonna stick to even Gen 2's sound font. But the points in the game where I do use new tracks aren't going to feel like a Pokemon game anyway, so I'm just gonna roll with that and hope that no one hates it too much. Oh yeah, recommend an anime track. Yeah, look forward to losing my channel immediately. This is a RuneScape track, actually. It's the first town in Coniphus, I think. Just like the village of the werewolves. A single myth bar, huh? N64 games are kind of weird to emulate. I haven't gotten a emulator to work on my laptop yet. Though when I can get one to work, there's a lot of N64 games I want to try. More like one thing at Angel. I only got one piece. Oh yeah, I love this song. And I give RuneScape 3 a lot of shit, but like the updated version is ludicrously good. When it like brings in like a little more instruments, it actually feels like a CD bar from like medieval times. God. We'll pull up the Glover OST after this. God, this would be so much smoother if I could just land a fucking hit. Gregorian chanting. Really? Ooh, there's that big hit I was looking for. Yeah, you keep recommending 2 new stuff. Like, a lot of that stuff I don't really... Especially, like, lyrical songs, I don't want a chance. Because I thought even just, like, a joke remix from, like, Siva Gunner was gonna be fine, and I got a copyright hit for that. Was simple and clean. That one's more than just losing my ad revenue. I'll lose my channel for that one. I had a pal who did a Kingdom Hearts 2 LP once, and he got a copyright hit from Sanctuary, and he couldn't upload videos longer than 15 minutes for like half a year. And then I think that thing stayed longer than it should have, so he had to appeal for it. Alright, Root Buster again. We'll skip that. Already done it. Next, please. Where'd it go? Alright, giant mole. Big hits, come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah! Well, I got the all the rune drops today, but okay. How we doing? Hey, pretty good. I know I recommended this guy before too. He does fan-made Pokemon themes, and this was their interpretation of what Zorora's theme would sound like if you would fight it. I really like all their tracks. Plus, they did a few songs for Pokemon Uranium, and their Magearna track ended up being the final boss theme. It was not Magearna was not the final boss, but the track they made for Magearna ended up being the final boss. And there's a lot of tracks there that I just want to steal for Project 3 or Rose Gold Heart, and I'm like, I should probably pay for those, shouldn't I? I don't have money. I'm just gonna steal from composers that are assholes. Shit, Koichi Sugiyama. Surprised it hasn't run away yet. Please don't say that out loud. Mod. Now we're getting all the small hits. Oh yeah. Consume that and dong and rage me, child. I was gonna say I'll play some Path of Radiance music, and I can't actually recall a single track from Path of Radiance. I actually can't recall most any Fire Emblem music, honestly. I guess just like that early map theme from 7, like da, yeah, that's the only Fire Emblem track I really remember. Besides, oh, that's actually not that bad. Like Id, Purpose, and Lost in Thoughts All Alone. Yeah, all I really know about Battle with the Black Knight is from Brawl, though. I still haven't gotten to that point in Path of Radiance. Fire Emblem. I can play Id, Purpose. Fire Emblem. We are old men that chat about video games. I also like with that, with Milla's Divine Protection. That was one of my favorite Fire Emblem tracks in Brawl. Oh god, the last story. Out of all the Operation Rainfall games, I was most hyped about the last story. Why are there items popping up randomly? Is someone coming in here and dropping shit? Oh, no, it's the fucking bones I'm leaving behind. My dumbass. I was super hyped about the last story, and I played it and I really liked it, and I got like halfway through the game and I realized that I hadn't had fun in 20 hours. What's this one? Fan-made Ultra Soul Galio. I prefer the Lunala one. I don't know why I didn't put that one in the playlist. Of course, this was before Duskmane and Dawnwings even had names. Yeah, I feel like the gameplay is asking way too much of you. Like, when it starts like, yeah, use this turn-based thing, and it'll be great. But you have to do it for this boss, and I'm like, I really don't want to, and I could never get the hang of it, so I just gave up. The last story is a Wii RPG, actually. Like, the closest thing I can compare it to is Xenoblade, honestly. Except not as good. Well, nowhere near as good, actually. Plus, you know, I got like 20 hours into the game, and it still felt like it wasn't picking up at all. From what I understand, I was really close to the end, too, so it's unfortunate that it hadn't really picked up at all. Why am I not eating these strange fruits? Yeah, I'll probably go back to it eventually, but I'm surprised it hasn't gotten like a port or anything. The last story 3D would have been fantastic. Like Xenoblade 3D. Because I couldn't get into Xenoblade either before I played it on the 3DS. Everyone's like, yeah, it's the worst version. It's like, it's the only version I can get into. Xenoblade worked way better on a portable system. And I think I would, like Xenoblade 2 specifically, I wouldn't have beaten if I couldn't play it portable. Having to sit down and waste my time on Xenoblade 2 would have been the worst. Nothing wrong. Where the poison gets you. Where the poison gets you. Ooh, bad. I actually have Pandora's Tower, I never opened it. Yeah, there we go, 12k. That one wasn't a bad drop. It's at 248, not bad, not bad. Another 15 minutes of this. Hello, Panic Sensei. Sorry, it's getting a little low. Oh, where were these big hits before? Here we go. Just consistent hits even. You don't need them to be big, I like seeing numbers that aren't zero. Yeah. Yeah, some old school RuneScape. We're about to switch over to Pokemon Clover though in like 15 minutes. Do some more shiny hunting there. It's a stream of doing nothing but grinding in general, but you know, this is what I'd be doing if I wasn't streaming anyway. Maybe I should just chuck this thing for a Zamorakian Spear. That'd be a bad idea, would it? I had the money for it. Actually, no, I feel like a Zammy Spear is a safe investment, too. Toad's music is weird. Like, I end up liking the covers a lot more than the actual music. Yeah, that's what Kish does. That's why we love her. We had to live with that forever, though. You just get to do it in streams. Seemed like I'd live with her. No. Jeepers Creepers, this sounds amazing. Getting a shiny over on Wonder Trade, that'd be great. That's gonna be really fun in the X and Y LP. I feel like we can do like entire streams of just Wonder Trading. Shoot, I could probably just do that right now. I have enough rejects from Sun and Moon thing. We could do a project Wonder Trade stream. BASS. It's really close to ass because it makes that. Never mind. Yeah, Kish is very vibrant with her responses. Nice. What do we got? Nothing? Ah, did we just roll the rare drop table and hit a blank? Ah! Kish is fish. Kish is officially a fish. Get our prayer back. I can do that once every 24 hours. So, don't get that back now. But also this cape teleports me pretty much right next to a place where I can recharge my, The mole, well no, the mole is level 230 and I'm level 103. But, the issue is, my gear is kind of budget, so I'm really inaccurate. I'd say I have like I have a 60% accuracy rate if I had to guess. Though there's calcs that could probably run this even, like, more accurate than that. I just need something better than the Abyssal Dagger. I feel like a lot of my fan base at this point came from Sages. Because, like, I'm at almost 5k subs, and I only had 2,000 before I started doing, I say only at 2,000. I had 2,000 before I met Sages. So it's likely that 60% of my fan base comes from there. I appreciate that, because you guys stuck around, and that's what's important to me. Yeah, speaking of Sages, I think we're recording Yokai Watch 3 tonight, finally. Sages has been sick, so we've been waiting for him to get better before we did anything recording-wise. So I didn't do any Path of Radiance like I said we were going to do on Wednesday. Oh shoot, you came from Doki Doki. Wow. Surprised you actually joined me after that one. I thought my voice was super annoying in that. I feel like my voice acting is very hit or miss. I guess it didn't miss, huh? Quote-unquote voice acting, Jesus Christ. Oh, Yuri. I have the money to get Yokai Watch 3 now, because I sold Kingdom Hearts 3. And, I don't know. I feel like my backlog's still just a little too much to start throwing Yokai Watch 3 on top of that. I'm gonna watch Sages play it. Like, after like an episode or two, I'll probably end up buying it. Oh my god, the Yokai Watch 1 and 2 series, they were so fun. They're some of the most fun I've had on YouTube in general.
Cat impedance.
It's Persona 4 up in this piece for Ace. And the pink one. Sayori and that other girl. Yeah, fucking Tomodachi Life was huge. Like, Fire Emblem Heroes is like his big draw now, but like back in the day, Tomodachi Life was such like a tour de force for him. That's what really brought him into the limelight for a while. You specifically requested Persona 3 dancing tracks. Those are the ones that scare me. Plus this one's already in my playlist. Shoot, I did mean to do more Persona 3 streams, didn't I? Oh well. That was a very difficult stream to do. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was checking the clock every couple minutes for that one. Oh, Jesus, age 15. Now I'm hitting the big hits when I want to heal. Yeah, look at that. Come on, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. Come on, big hit. Yeah! Alright. Oh, jeez. Oh, man, we're doing really good right there. Running right, don't pick up the big bones. It's because the prayer experience you get from them is ultimately not worth the time that it takes to pick them up at this level. I have such faster ways of training that big bones alone aren't worth the time and effort to like pick up and parry. That's time I could be doing literally anything else. I felt the same way when I first wore glasses in high school. A lot of arrows, Jesus. I can parry them once. I guess 15. Now there's certain scenarios you can get 288. How are we looking? 305, not bad ultimately. No, the best part about wearing like glasses and like extra things you don't usually wear is that you can kind of act like an anime character. I don't usually wear hats, but I wore one yesterday and it felt like an anime. I was doing a lot more posing with it. And that one was funny. I think you're the only person who's ever watched one of my RuneScape streams and said it looked interesting. I do not do a good job of showing off what makes this game fun. Or rather, I don't know. The grind is why you play it, but the early game grind is the worst part of the game and what turns a lot of people off. Yeah, I vastly appreciate anyone that stayed. It's very nice. For a guy whose livelihood is just putting stuff out on the internet, it makes me joyous that people actually do show up to this a lot. Oh no, game lag, game lag. This is not the boss I want to lag on. I think my HP wasn't low, I think I got comboed out there. Like I said, like if you want to see like really like top tier, like fun gameplay, I'd really recommend Settled's Mauritania Ultimate Iron Man series. That one's so fun, I feel like anyone could enjoy it. Like even people who don't like RuneScape, I feel will really enjoy that series. Damn it. I'm better than an adamant longsword. I'm adamant that I could take literally anything else. I mean, in high school I grew my hair out so people wouldn't talk to me, and it worked. I had a coworker at when I worked at Panera. She ended up becoming one of my really close friends, but like it was after I graduated high school. She was a year older than me. She said, "Yeah, I always thought you were like really scary, and like I thought you were gonna like shoot up the school." And I'm like, "Oh, all right." But no, it's cool. It's all right. Ah, bad flick. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put this when I Rose Gold Heart, like which boss I'm gonna give this to. That's what I did. I grew up my beard, I grew up my hair. I didn't get it that long. I think the longest it ever got to was like my shoulders. Probably not even that. I think I did that once in college, and that's it. Is this person gonna try to gank my mole kill? Fuck off, mage stats. I can already feel he's gonna try to gank my kill. This one he won't be able to get because it's already half dead, so I'll get the loot no matter what. But if he starts like going at the other one, I'm gonna have to hop worlds, and I don't want to do that. Did he leave? Alright, cool, he left. I don't even know where to go. Good. I listened to this a ton, like pretty much the first half of mapping out Johto for Rose Gold Heart I did to this probably play this on a guitar. Peace out, Ace. Glad you can make it. Yeah, it's the music. A lot of these are hard to shit. Mothman. Mothman. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. One shot, one kill. What are you doing? Awful papping. You do it. Come on. Big hit, big hit. Oh. Dump. You just smear tacos in his ears? But make them soft shell. They're soothing when cold. This is Koichi Tsuji. This is the final boss theme of Dragon Warrior 3 in the Game Boy Color. It's a very good song. But I love the Game Boy Color music sound, so it's on me. Koichi Tsujiyama's a piece of shit, so please sue him. I fucking hate this asshole. Like anyone with a heart should hate this guy. Alright, we'll probably do 1 or 2 more mill kills and then swap on over to Clover. Alright, big hit, come on. At least they were hits! We've got a hit, ladies and gentlemen. We've got him. This loops a lot more than I figured it would. What's next? Let's get a Persona 3 track going. There we go, my favorite one. If it's too loud, let me know. If it's too quiet, let me know. Oh, I can play some Digital Devil Saga tracks. Ooh, I'm gonna do that one after this. God, I love Digital Devil Saga's soundtrack. It's so good. Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, or well, 1 at least, was very good. I still kind of want to try that surf-only solo run after the one guy who was doing it ended up dropping off the face of the earth. Like, I can understand, like, just dropping a solo run because it's impossible to do, but, like, he just stopped uploading in general, so... It's upsetting because I really like the solo runs. Yeah, Devil Survivor Overclocked was the first SMT LP I really did. I think it's the like one of my better LPs in general. Like, it's the earliest LP I'll ever recommend to anyone. From me, at least. Very fun. Very, very fun. Don't care much for its soundtrack, though, honestly. Like, Garuda's a good track, but it's probably the only song I actually enjoy from that game. But it's fortunate because Overclocked's audio mixing really drowns out a lot of the music in favor of the voices. God damn, this coward. Yeah, it should, we're very likely going to record more tonight, so I'd rather just start recording it tonight. Oh, no! Oh, lordy lordy. That was a huge, massive. Beauty, beauty. Love when that pans out. Of course, now I'm all out of strange fruits. It's taken me weeks to amass all that. But it's whatever. They don't sell for very much. Alright, let's get one's final boss in. Harihara, DDS. Yeah, get the first one. This is probably too loud. Alright, come on, Maul. It's gonna be the last one you have a kill tonight. You wanna give me something good for that? Like an elite clue? That'd be fun to complete on stream. God, wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, that's what I hear from certain people. Like, you have like the people that just watch the Fire Emblem Hero stuff, or the people that skip everything but the Fire Emblem Hero stuff. But I feel like that's the case with a lot of series in general. Like, I'm sure my Dragon Quest stuff isn't as popular as my S&T stuff. But that's why I do the big series, so I can fund the passion projects. What Velvet Room would I choose? Probably the limo. Seems like it has a little more wiggle room than the other ones. This is exclusively talking about 3, 4, and 5, because I don't know 2s at all, and I don't remember 1s enough. Yeah, it's the thick mole. Couldn't hope for another big hit. There we go. Oh, well, it's something new. Ah, yes, Path of Radiance. Well, this was actually a really good haul. It's all in those skins and claws. Well, they're tanking in price, so I should probably get these sold sooner than later. Hello, Litton King. Any good transports? Teleports, rather. Let's pick some Poison Ivy first. Just get it all up in our hands. Okay, 2 sounds really good then. I'll take 2 with Margaret. Just give it to Margaret, and no one gets hurt. Not that many, jeez. Gotten as many as 26 off of those before. Shit was nuts. Please finish what you do first. Cool. I'm gonna finish my one of my daily things, and then we'll move on over to Pokemon Clover. I didn't have the World Top to get here, did I? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I need to switch off from Poison Ivy berries because they're not worth anything anymore. Ah, wonderful. It's not that they're not worth anything anymore, it's just they're not as good as they used to be. My Magic Secateurs, 5 Watermelon Seeds, 1 Snap, 3 Ultra Compost, Seed Dipper, Rake, and Spade. Let me get my runes so I can chuck all this stuff on the Green Exchange. Oops. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. The Wardens didn't do much for me. I don't particularly care for the bitchy Tsundere trope. Elizabeth sounds like the most fun. I just want Margaret to kick me in the face a couple times. Ooh, that's another shirt we're probably going to get to sooner than later, S&T 4. I think they might have patched one of the glitches that I've been trying recently. I'm going to see if I can do the harvest glitch here. Yep, damn it, I got it, and I screwed it up. Oh, there we go. You harvest them at faster ticks than usual. Oh, I forgot the whole thing. It's faster than usual. I don't know, it said that I'm supposed to be getting increased crop yield with this, except I'm not feeling that at all. I didn't really get anything good. We got like the usual like drops that are worth a bunch, but we didn't get like the really fun ones like Baby Mole or anything. Marie being bland in personality is a bit of an understatement. Just gives you banknotes for watermelons. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the increased yield I'm looking for. Alright, I'm hoping these Snapdragons pan out good. I need at least 7 to break even on the seeds. Nice. Oh! Jumpin' Jiminy. That's Morgana, easily. I liked Morgana and I hate Teddy. Hot dogs, burritos? Burritos. Generally. Damn, that was a really good amount of snaps. 10, not bad. 85k, 20 over the seed, which means I profited. Oh no, I emptied it. Oh, I don't have any watermelons. Shoot, I gotta do that real quick then. Should probably just bring in Zarek's Talisman to make that faster, but screw it. Don't crash your car, Bree. You shouldn't be driving and watching streams. What did I tell you? OpenGlassdoor.com. I really like a lot of SMT Forest tracks, but I don't know. What do I need? Watermelons. Just deposit watermelons. Take 15 watermelons. Deposit melons. Don't Pokemon Go and drive either, kids. It's unhealthy and it's not good. Do not do it or I'll beat you with a rake. Gotta say I generally profited on those snap seeds, because I got worried with the last one. I didn't really get a ton. Should I always have... Nah. An Alolan Rattata. It's got a mustouche. I'll ruin your life, Raymaster Recharged. I'll decharge you, then you'll be Daymaster Decharged. Look at me insert watermelons. Hashtag insert watermelons. I want to see everybody tweet that out right now. Hashtag insert watermelons. We're going to get a movement started. Wonderful. Now let's hope I can get through this without any racism in the chat. Get all my moleskins. Oops. Probably a lot of stuff I can just kind of chuck here. Like, I don't need a lot of this stuff. Should probably save the magic logs, but screw it. Keep that anchovy pizza for myself. There, saved a lot of bank space there. Excuse me, you saw what now, my child? Somebody posting Analvor in the Discord? Is no one buying those moleskins? What? Nah, I'll leave those up. I'm not gonna let that panic hit me. Yeah, Analvor is still... Really? Is no one buying some of this stuff? I haven't tried to sell some of this stuff, and I'm surprised a lot of it isn't immediately selling. Now, then I guess not a whole lot of people know that exists. I wonder what the minimum buy offer is. Do not post that, please. Oh, not too bad. Smith Dagger, I'm not entirely surprised about. TBH. Yeah, 45. Shame we have a lot of money locked up in that, but I'll check it out later. I'll most likely get that money. Here comes the money. Ah, lovely. 42 mil. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Great, so I'm going to switch on over to Pokemon Clover now so we can get some shiny hunting done. Let's do it. Alright, drop the window capture, log out of RuneScape, kill RuneScape. Kill rock and roll. GBA and C. Peanut butter and jelly. Properties, Visual Boy Advance, okay. Fit to screen. Cool. Dope. Let's get something nice. What fun thing can I put in the corner that we could all enjoy watching? A little more CDI cutscenes. I feel like I already burned all my goodwill on that, huh? No. The sound off. Back to the good stuff. Oh god, I totally forgot about it. I had this set up so with my PS2 controller I could do this with one hand so I could like still play RuneScape with the other. And it did not pan out. I probably should change the name of the stream then, huh? Cool. That should automatically take effect. We're not doing the CDI games cutscenes again. I'm surprised anyone stayed after that last one in general. Square App, I will have you blackened one day. Or Kangion. I'll take Kangion. It evolves into something nice. Get yourself something nice. What can I put in the corner that I won't get in trouble for? If I could have an auto script doing, that would be something fun, but... There's some content, something we could all partake in. This would definitely work better on Twitch. I should probably move over to that for some of these. We could look at worms. Yep, we are shiny hunting now. Full odds, baby. Full odds. And if you're wondering why, it's because I've gotten it before and I must find it again. I did not have any Pokeballs. And I'm not going to have that happen again. We are not losing out on this thing. How long have I been searching for, you ask? 62 hours. But I am sped up at 6 times speed, so it's just probably like actually 10 hours, which is still insane. It's simply too much. It's foolish. What form of buffoonabaffery could... Yeah, I loaded the save state. Which I saved to keep around to give myself motivation. But there's nothing I can do about that black one because I didn't have any Pokeballs or any way to get Pokeballs in the middle of a fight, so... Even with cheats. So there was nothing I could have done there. Now, for streams like this, like where I want to like do, where I have like music on and stuff, because YouTube, like I can't deal with a lot of that stuff there, but on Twitch I could play more music and videos and like not be in trouble for it. Which is my only issue with this, is I really want to be able to have some background noise going. Yeah, there's no speed button for this either. If you turn off the sound on Visual Boy Advance, it makes your game run like 4 to 6 times faster. Yeah, I'm usually not very good at streamy hunting, shiny hunting, but I do want to actually, for once in my life, try to find a very purposeful odd shiny after that Slugma really just bitched me out. And that wasn't even full odds. Liposuctio, we can do it if we just believe in me. Can you be bad at shiny hunting? If you give up, you're bad. Well, I don't have a Twitch right now. I need to. Well, no, I technically have a Twitch. I just never stream on it. I just need to get around to that. One of these days. Hello, General Van. How are you doing? How's everyone doing, in fact? We have a couple more people sticking around now that we've moved over to Pokemon. Liposectio. Yeah, I suppose that's bad shiny hunting. I'm so sorry that you started gambling. Do we need do we need to hold an intervention for you? Seventh or eighth day of shiny hunting. I feel like this is like our third or fourth rather. We had 3 full streams, 1 very partial one, and I guess this would be the second partial one. So this would be like the finale of a 4th day. Yeah, it's been going good here. Not a whole lot going on, but this is not bad. Kingdom Hearts 3 was disappointing, but like I wasn't like too upset by that. I was kind of expecting it. I don't know, I feel like the better games look, the worse they end up being, because you have to put so much effort into making them look good that you don't have the room for fun anymore. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Like, I could beat Kingdom Hearts 3 and they were roughly the same length. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying like 3 was the worst Kingdom Hearts. Like, I still think that goes to Chain of Memories, but because I don't think Chain of Memories is actually like playable or fun. But 3 was God damn, I'm tired. 3 was very uninteresting. It made a lot of mistakes that I was afraid it was going to make, like rushing all the conclusions to these plot threads. Because I feel like no more I got on the idea of, oh yeah, the second arc's going to be really fun. Oh wait, I have this whole first arc I've been setting up for 20 years. Let's just get that out of the way. And it was, no, GBA Chain is absolutely better than Rechain, but neither is particularly fun. So like all the plot conclusions that 3 brought into the game, I feel like they were rushed, boring, and not very good. The only one that I enjoyed was the whole like Roxas and Axel side plot. Everything else was kind of like super anticlimactic or didn't actually answer anything. And no disrespect to Rutger Hauer, the guy who voiced Master Xehanort in this one, but my god, you were so miscast. I would never tell you that you shouldn't have taken the role, but wow, I wish Square Enix tried harder to get someone that actually sounded like Leonard Nimoy. The story mistake in the Tangled world was just making me watch Tangled again. That's all the Tangled and Frozen worlds were. It was just, let's rewatch Tangled, like a slightly uglier version of Tangled or a slightly uglier version of Frozen. The only like fun Disney worlds were the Pirates of the Caribbean world and San Francisco. Because San Francisco feels like what the game should have been all along, like running up buildings and doing super cool stuff with shot locks and stuff. Like that felt the closest to what Versus 13 was gonna be. And then all the other worlds were just like, hey, what if we were boring instead of fun? And then like you go back to a lot of those worlds and they're nothing. The Monsters Inc. I was about to say the Monsters Inc. world. The Monsters Inc. world is very fun when you're running through it, but then when you go back to it for like lucky emblems you might have missed or something, you realize the entire time that it was just a very pretty hallway that was layered with cutscenes and fights, and when you take all that out, there's like nothing. You really are just running through a factory with some Monsters Inc. references thrown in. And like I get it, but Jesus. Yeah, San Francisco's bosses were not fun. Toy Box is very good as well. I like Toy Box a lot. Yeah, San Francisco's bosses were well no, at least Final Fantasy 13 was fun. At least I enjoyed 13 all the way through. God, I should probably start streaming 13 at some point. I'm so looking forward to having all of my like memories of 13 being a blast torn away from me because I know it's absolutely going to happen. Yeah, when you're running through the Monsters Inc. world, it's really good. It's just when you go back to it, you realize that once all the flash is gone, there really was no substance. But that's kind of just 3 in general. There's no, a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3 is just flash. Like, just style over substance. I'm like the only person who likes Final Fantasy 13. I thought it really hit, favorite Keyblade from 3. I used, Wheel of Fate, the Pirates of the Caribbean one, the most. Heard Ever After was, really good. Wait, you thought 3 was the best Kingdom Hearts? That's foolish. That's absolutely incorrect. It's marginally better than Recoded and Chain, but that's the best compliment I could give it. Like, as a Kingdom Hearts game, I feel like it failed at everything it set out to do. Gameplay, story, the graphics are the only thing, and I feel like that's partially what held it back. I heard Ever After was good. I never ended up using it, though. And it felt like the Big Hero 6 Keyblade was, like, useless, right? The stats were awful on it. For, like, the last Keyblade you were supposed to get. Yeah, I'm gonna say at that as well. I really don't like the HD character models. They really, really clash with the rest of the series. If you like Tactics Advance, try Tactics either the PS1 one or War of the Lions, which is the PSP remake. They'll get that one on like iPhone or Android or Steam maybe, because the PSP version has really bad lag on a lot of spells. And that's no bueno in a game that's casting spells a lot. God, Tactics was so good. I've been meaning to do a Tactics LP for like... When did I first draw up the drafts of a Tactics LP? That must have been 2012. I played the demo for Stella Glow and it seemed really, really boring. Plus, wasn't that like the last game to get hit with the Atlas tax? Like, I was not paying $50 for just another strategy RPG. Though then again, I paid $50 for Devil Survivor Overclocked, so... Or not Devil Survivor Overclocked, Devil Survivor 2 Record Breaker. What was this fucking Atlas tax? They were like, yeah, our games are premium, so we're gonna charge $10 more for them. I'm like, why? Though I think pretty much every game they threw the tax on ended up selling decently well too. Like that was like SMT4, Persona Q, Stella Glow, Devil Survivor 2, Record Breaker, and I swear there was something else in the 3DS they popped out. $50. I'm glad they stopped with that. Like the games went on sale all the time, but after the Sega acquisition, I feel like the sales started coming less and less. It's like, how am I supposed to recommend Devil Survivor or Soul Hackers to people without a price drop? Yeah, I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 3 was just incredibly disappointing overall. I wouldn't really recommend it. Though, you know what? No, I actually feel like you'll probably enjoy it more if you're not a Kingdom Hearts fan. Like, the story won't make a lick of sense to you, but thankfully you don't have to deal with the story very much, because there's like a few hours of it, and most of it's all in the final world. So if you're just in it for like Disney or gameplay, I'm sure Kingdom Hearts 3 is actually probably a fantastic place to enter. Ooh. I don't know why I'm so fucking tired. But that you're not paying attention then, because Kingdom Hearts 3 story is really fucking easy to follow. Or not Kingdom Hearts 3 story in general. Kingdom Hearts in general does not have a complicated plot if you've played the game and you paid attention. Yeah, I could see that. This one felt like a much more Pixar experience. Now that does kind of like feel with like it's in line with how Disney like goes about things nowadays. A lot more computer graphics than hand drawn animation. So like technically it fits with Disney's current modus operandi, but it's not at all interesting to look at. Not at all. Though I heard Disney like really like put Nomura's like hands behind his back, like tied his hands behind his back with this one. Because like they're like, okay, you can't do this. Certain characters won't. You can't have them act like this. You have to make a new story for this because our story would be ruined if you put it there. You can't have this character be violent, and all that was in like an interview. It's like they were really hands on with this one. I don't think they cared too much in 1 and 2, but in 3, I think they knew this was going to be a juggernaut, and they were like, all right, you can't at all touch our Disney stuff. So it ends up with all the Disney worlds being super boring. I don't even think Disney really advertised Kingdom Hearts 3 all that much. I feel like all the advertisement I saw for it was on Square's end. Which hurts because Kingdom Hearts is all Disney, so like it's their property. Like Square doesn't own Sora, Riku, Kairi, or any of them. They're allowed to use them, which sucks because the way 4 seems to be going, there can't be Disney Worlds in 4. So I don't know what they're going to do with that unless they really just make Virum Rex its own thing. Or like Final Fantasy Versus 13 featuring Kingdom Hearts characters. I'd wear an I don't know if I could wear it. Yeah, we're veering into spoiler territory here. So if anyone here has not finished Kingdom Hearts 3, you should probably evacuate because I am gonna spoil the shit out of this now. Because the ending was fucking terrible. Give you all a few minutes to dip. Seems we've added someone, so seems we've added a lot of people now, huh? I mentioned Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers, and this is what happens. Yeah, Kairi was so poorly written in this one. My god. It's like, yeah, let's have her be... Let's hype her up for, like, 2 games. Like, have her be the star of 3D's ending. Secret ending. Be like, yeah, her and Axel are gonna be Keyblade wielders. And then Axel gets immediately punked. Just punched the fuck out. And then Kairi, the one time she gets to be of use, she's completely worthless. Then she gets kidnapped, and then she's nothing for the rest of the plot. And then Sora is just sitting there. Like, Sora feels like he's regressed as a character. He actually felt like fun in 1, 2, and pretty much everything up to 3D. And then 3 comes along, and it's this 34 or whatever year old man trying to voice this 16-year-old, and the 16-year-old is now written like he's a 9-year-old baby. And it's really... I'm loath to use cringe as a descriptor for Kingdom Hearts or really anything. But every time a scene focused primarily on Sora, I was cringing. And Riku doesn't even get development in 3. Riku is just like such a nobody. I get that 3D was really Riku's game, but 3 just like he loses his signature Keyblade and gets a car key as a weapon. And then he just sits there and jobs for the entire game, and the only thing he did was like, Sora, don't die, you wouldn't do that. And then Sora dies, and he comes back, and the exact same shit happens, except now Terra's lingering will is like, oh hey. Guess I'll help now. So no, 3 was dumb. I didn't like 3 at all. Ended up selling it immediately. Like after I beat it, I ended up selling it. So seriously, Riku's car key is just a fucking Riku's Keyblade is just a broadsword car key. Like I get it. The Kingdom Key looks like just a standard key as well, but there's a difference between having a Keyblade and then literally just like hitting increased size on a car key and then swinging that around like a broadsword. It was so bad. I'd say 3 went so far, and like it hurt my opinion of some of the other games. Like knowing that all the plot threads of Dream Drop Distance didn't really go anywhere. I don't like that game as much as I did. And then it really kind of cheapens a lot of the struggles that the Birth by Sleep crew went through. And O2, like the fragmentary passage O2 is useless. None of that nothing in O2 meant anything. All of Aqua's character development was totally overwritten in 3. And I thought Square learned their lesson with that after like Kingsglaive and Brotherhood Final Fantasy 15 had nothing to do with Final Fantasy 15 by the time you got to it. It was so fucking annoying, I hated it. I don't think it's as bad as Final Fantasy 15, and nowhere near as much of a disappointment, but it definitely was not good. If I had to replay one over the other, I'd do 13. At least I can skip the cutscenes of Kingdom Hearts 3. I wouldn't choose to replay either, given the opportunity, though. Though I guess since I don't have 3 anymore and I still have 15 because it was a digital download, that I'm stuck with that one forever, so I guess I am more likely to have Final Fantasy 15 content than not. Yeah, where is this damn shiny? Where's that damn 4th Chaos shiny? Either one, doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be Kengion, doesn't have to be Squirrap. I will just take a shiny. Oh well. Hey Chipotle. It was very bland. I don't know what it was today. I don't think they seasoned the brown rice very well. Plus, they got rid of the chorizo again. Like, could you stop? Just let me buy your damn pork sausage. Instead of taking it away and bringing it back. Like, oh, I have to get chicken now. I probably should have gotten steak, actually, then. If I wanted something new. The steak always feels tougher, so it's hard to really actually bite into. And, like, reliably just shovel down a whole mouthful of Chipotle. Oh my god, 3's flow motion might as well... No, actually, no, I'll say it. Flow motion might as well not have been in 3. It wasn't even nerfing it from how absolutely fun it was in Dream Drop Distance. Like, in this one, it feels like it didn't function until, like, the end game, and then by the time you got to it, there was nowhere fun to use it. So now, like, people say flow motion was broken in Dream Drop Distance. That's why I love Dream Drop Distance as much as I do. Flow motion was so fun. Though I'm hearing that complaint a lot, that it worked better on the 3DS than it did on the PS4, so that might be where people's complaints are coming from. But no, flow motion in 3, like, I'd go so far as to say it just doesn't work. There's no real reason to use it. Like, I tried to do, like, ninja wall jumps, but the timing was really off, and Sora would just fall off walls too much. Hated it so much. When I got the... You know what? No. I had one use for flow motion. I managed to somehow miss the map at some point in Monstropolis, and I couldn't see where I was going, so I used flow motion jumps to get my bearings on where I am. Who knocked me out of the gym? I used that big flow motion jump to get my bearings on where I am, and then another one to just, like, jump over a wall. And that was all the use I got out of flow motion in 3. Yeah, who knocked me out of this gym and go? going to assume that's... Why can't I hit this thing? Shiny collapse, which means it's probably... Oh, Jeff. Yeah, I would have loved Balloon to have come back. I thought the magic in 3 was a little boring, since a lot of it just felt very samey. Like, it was like, how am I going to hit this person there? But, like, water could, like, pull up Heartless from the ground, so that was something, but I ended up just mostly spamming fire, since at least I wasn't locked in place. Oh, Jeff, you don't need both of these gems. It'd be cool to be a bird. You could fly away from memes. Whoa. You could fly away from bees. Well, now my coin count is uneven again. Thank you, Jeff. Now, shout out to KH3 to making just everything else completely fucking busted. I didn't die once. And I didn't really guard that often, just kind of mashed X a lot. No, that was something else I'm disappointed about. 3's best tracks were just remixes and mashups from other Kingdom Hearts games. Like, maybe one of the boss themes was fine, but even, like, a lot of the final bosses are just, like, remixes of, Dark Impetus or Destati. Yeah, the final boss theme was just Destati and Raged Awakened piled on top of each other. Like, okay. Thank you for the Dive to the Heart and Lingering Will theme put together. That doesn't mean anything. I get it, Sora's fucking pissed, but... So am I, because I paid $60 for this. Birds are the memeliest of God's creatures. Yeah, I think the closest... No, the closest I got was... I technically died against the Lich boss fight. You want to talk about bad boss fights. But I had a Kupo coin, so it brought me back. Screw the Lich. Who thought that fighting this boss, its entire gimmick is, when you try to hit me, sometimes I go to the other side of the map and blow up on you. It was fun to fight 8 times in a row at the climax of the game. It's like, cool, we have to go save our friends, and also the Keyblade War is about to start. Better fight this random Heartless real quick. Oh wait, you can't actually fucking hit him. Yeah, Kupo coins are... I mean, they sold them there to save you, so I used them. It's basically like Mickey popping in to save you in 2 a bunch. Oh my god, the Swamp Lich was really bad. The San Francisco one is where I died. Like I was 1 hit away, and then he blew up on me. He was like, and then I healed, and I hit him once, and he died. I'm like, alright, cool, that was a waste of my time. No, KH3 is definitely the easiest Kingdom Hearts, like, even more so than Birth by Sleep, and you would, like, try to fail that game on Standard. Or even Proud. The only hard parts of Birth by Sleep on any difficulty are just the first bosses. Like, the first worlds. And then after that, it's really, really easy. I mean, they balanced shot lock in 3 by just making it so you never had the ability to fucking use it. Like, you could use, like, 2 good shot locks, and it's like, alright, go to a save point or use a refocuser. Yeah, the new Devil May Cry looks great, but I probably wouldn't pay $60 for it, because I've never played a Devil May Cry before besides 1. Yeah, Terra's first boss on Standard is probably where 95% of my deaths in Birth by Sleep came from. Because I never died as Ventus, and I never died as Aqua. But I died a bunch as Terra. Then 100%, then, never mind. I died a bunch as Terra against, like, that stupid boss at the Enchanted Castle. And once against Terra's final boss. So that was fun. What, shot lock charges? I swear in this game you either just go to a safe point to heal up or just use refocusers. And that might be a glitch, because if the way it worked in Birth by Sleep was you just get it back by like beating up and defeating enemies. And if that's how they nerfed it in 3, then shot locks are entirely pointless in 3 unless you have a ton of refocusers. Now, they were pretty busted in Birth by Sleep, but that's not how you fix it. Also, Olympus Coliseum was an awful world. I'm just going to come out and say it. That was the worst intro in the entire series. And that's when I think I realized immediately, like, by the time I finished Olympus, I was like, a little worried about the rest of this game. Like, things don't feel good. This is a really bad intro as far as Kingdom Hearts intros go. I read someone's like, yeah, O2 is more of the intro, and like, I could feel that, but then include O2 on the disc in 3, please. Yeah, I don't know. They oversell a lot of the Disney princesses, like the early ones. It's like, she's the most beautiful girl in the world. She's like every other blonde princess. Or God, like even like during those worlds, it was like, is that your one true love? And it's like, yeah, I met him once in the forest, and he wanted to touch my foot, and I clearly this is love. But that's just more of a plague of early Disney more than anything else. You know, 3 feels like it took a lot of half measures to nerf things, and then just made your standard Keyblade so good that there really was no point to do anything besides mash X. That's part of why I love I don't know why I want to call it New San Francisco. San Francisco was so fun because like you could actually like go nuts, because at that point most of your abilities were unlocked besides glide. And you didn't even really want to glide there. You could just hop around with flow motion and air stepping. I guess air stepping was probably better than 15's just warping after pressing a button, but thinking back, really was just adding more buttons to the whole air stepping or warping process. So who's to say, really? I think Nomura is just too ambitious for his own good at this point. I really thought, like, yeah, Versus 13 would have been amazing if they wouldn't screwed him over and handed over to Tabata. I'm like, maybe there was just no saving this concept that's clearly too much for modern consoles to handle. Persona 5 has probably, if it's not my favorite game OST, it's at least in my top 3. Maybe I should do a 15 stream. Just sit here and blast it with pals. God, I fucking hate Final Fantasy 15. Like I heard they patched story stuff in, which JoJo part is the weakest. 5. I hate 5 so much. That might just be because I watched read bad scans, and I haven't watched the anime yet. But I really, really didn't care about anyone. I thought the fights were muddy and hard to follow. It was too ambitious for its own good, and ultimately I think it failed. In my opinion. I also really don't like 3. Because at least I feel like there's some hope for 5 in the anime, but 3's anime is terrible and the manga's just nothing. Part 3, yeah, no, actually I think I'm more inclined to say that Part 3 is the worst part of JoJo. Because it's story, you know what, no. Part 2 is like one of the best ones. I'd say it's, the more I read, the more I love other ones over it. Part 2 is my favorite for a long time. I'd say Part 7 and 8 edge it out for me now. But 2 still absolutely fantastic. Like, I love all the JoJo parts equally, and then I hate 3 and 5. But 3 is just a Kingdom Hearts game. There's a little bit of story in the beginning, a little bit of story in the end, and then filler for the rest of the game, / action, manga, anime. And the anime makes it worse because it bloats the pacing really badly. That did not need 2 full seasons, and yet it got it. How far along is the Part 5 anime? Though you could actually tell me that, and I've had no idea how far it is because I remember nothing about Part Five's pacing. Because I felt like Part Five was also paced very similarly. There was just plot at the beginning, middle, a little bit in the middle, and end, and then it just felt like a bunch of filler fights. Part 8 is 100% going to the Gotcha fight. I'll probably start watching it after this because I think White Album was the one thing I really wanted to see animated. Part 8 is going to benefit from being able to read it all like in one big chunk. This mystery aspect does not gel well with a monthly release schedule. Though I feel like trying to like read anything monthly is really bad for the pacing anyway, so I get why they do it, but these things are going to be so much better as complete stories. Because Rab said he was reading JoJo and Part 7 was still coming out, I think, and he didn't like it. But then when he could actually sit down and read Part 7 all in a row, he said it was one of his favorites. So I think Part 8 is really going to benefit from that. Yeah, I tried to reread Part 5 because, like, they got cleaner scans, like, in 2017 or so, and I still try to read it, I'm like, eh. God, Hunter fucking next, Hunter. It's never gonna be done. I didn't see the hype behind it. I tried watching the 2011 anime and I thought it was awful. And then I watched I've been watching the 99 anime, and I like it so much more. Because I feel like the filler really, actually, I usually hate filler in anime, but even compared to the manga, which I've read all the way up to Greed Island, and the 2011 anime, I thought the 99 anime is the only part of Hunter x Hunter that I enjoy. So that's that. That's my opinion on that. It's the one series that I don't get where all the hype comes from. I think I've talked about that at length. Like, I think I did like half a Ranger stream where I just sat there blasting Hunter x Hunter before I watched the 99 anime. I am never going to find this shiny. I feel like Part 8's coming to a head, though. Like, from where it seems, I feel like we've got our main villain finally, and I feel like we're finally heading in towards the end game. I'd say probably like another year or two, and we'll see an end to Part 8. No, that's way too fast. Maybe like 3 more years and Part 8 will be finished. It's hard to tell with like monthly releases. Well, I think Nen is just a stupid power. Like, it just feels like they might as well just call it magic, because that's what it feels like it is. It's Nen can do whatever you want it to be, so have fun, kids. And then just trying to read through the York New arc or whatever, it was like, who are these characters? Why don't I care about them? Just let me spend more time with Karapika, because he's the only part of this thing I enjoy. Mostly just because I want to fuck the red out of those Kota eyes, but, you know, it's just me. What was something I enjoyed? I rewatched all of Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and I think it holds up probably better than Dragon Ball itself does. Shit, I don't want to think about part... I didn't think there was going to be a part 9. I thought Araki might retire after part 8. Though there is a part 9 that feels like it's got to be the end. He's getting up there. I don't think he can handle another, like, decade-long series. Though who's to say? I like to move around because it keeps it visually stimulating for me. I feel like Jotaro works better as a supporting character than the main character. Like, I love Jotaro in Part 4, but Speedwagon meme was never funny. Even Speedwagon thought that. If Araki is immortal, I would love to have more JoJo Forever. I don't know if I ever mentioned this. I had a dream. It was during Part 8. Well, Part 8's where I caught up. It was during the Damo Tamaki arc, where Hato was about to reveal what her stand was. And everyone on the Reddit was like, "Oh yeah, it's got to be Crawling King Snake. Like that's gonna be Hato's stand name." I had a dream that I was at the Target up near Towson, because that's where I did a lot of my shopping at that point. But Araki was shopping at that Target for some reason, and I pulled him aside. I'm like, are you Araki? And he's like, yeah, I'm Araki. And I'm like, is Hato's stand name gonna be like Crawling King Snake? And he just laughed, and I woke up, and that was the entire dream. And then it ended up being Walking Heart, so I want to believe that he also had a similar dream and decided it's like Jesus H, my throat is so dry. Like they've discovered what I was gonna name it. We have to rename her. And that was it. He just fucking laughed. And it wasn't like he laughed at me, it was like he makes that face he makes in that like all the pictures he made, and he's like and then he like it was a very like mirthful laugh, like he was genuinely entertained. And then I woke up. Alright, I have to go grab a drink real quick. My throat is so sore. Okay, that feels much better. Got some ginger ale. And a yummy muffin. Though I ate the muffin on the way to the room. The icing was super good. Little carrot cake muffins with cream cheese frosting. Hope I'm not drinking soda. Why not? Yeah, ginger ale soda. Well, it's diet ginger ale. Full sugared soda gives me headaches. I feel like I go for a beer right now, but probably gonna get on the treadmill later, so I want to beer up and then get on the treadmill. Peace out, doggo. Soda hasn't killed me yet. It won't do it. But like, you're not gonna stop me with that. Like, I'm too deep into this. Like, one of my coworkers was like, "You shouldn't drink diet soda. That gives you brain cancer." And I'm like, "Can I not get health advice from this woman who smokes?" Wonder what she's been up to. I know she doesn't work at that Panera anymore. No, I get on the treadmill mostly to because I was starting to plateau with just my diet. I wasn't losing as much weight anymore. Oh, Rohan is 100% Araki's self-insert. I think he's outright admitted that. I started to plateau with my weight loss just watching my diet. Then plus I just wasn't taking my diet as seriously anymore. Like, I'm still taking it pretty seriously. Like, I haven't gained weight. Like, I'm just sitting flat at 180 now. Or like I float between like 175 and 180. And I get on the treadmill for two reasons. Jesus. One, to help like lose weight, and then get easier to run more. Because even after I lost weight, I still wasn't like, I had no endurance, so I've been building that up. And then shoot, friend, I can't think of the words right now because I'm focusing too hard on this. Adventure Sync in Pokemon Go, where you can even get distance even if you're not moving in the world, like you're just getting the steps in and it still counts. So I can get egg and candy distance just playing or walking on the treadmill, so there's no shame in admitting that's why I pulled the treadmill out of its lack of use. For Pokemon Go. And I've hatched many an egg, including like 3 Elekkids actually. I got a 7K that's gonna pop later tonight too, so I'm very excited to see what that one's gonna be. Hoping for another Riolu. I've hatched 2 Riolus out of 7Ks. I was very, very excited about that. I think one more and I might have enough candy to get my Lucario right away. Which would be nice. Except, well, no, Lucario's moveset in Go is horrendous. Like, there's nothing good about Lucario in Go right now. If it had Power Up Punch and Aura Sphere, it might be a different story, but close combat? Like, no. Why would I ever use a Pokemon in Go at close combat? Like, close combat's amazing in mainline, but it's awful in Go. Or it's not necessarily awful, it's just that Dynamic Punch in Go so completely outclasses it. Since Dynamic Punch has little, like, only vaguely less power, but comes out like 3 times as fast. So the time it takes to do like 1 close combat, you could have already fired off 3 Dynamic Punches. And Lucario's not bulky enough to be able to really stay in and fire off any of its, like, full bar moves. So I guess its best move would probably be like Counter and Shadow Ball, but you don't want, like, there's nothing in this game you need ghost fighting coverage for. And I should know, I have a Lick Focus Blast Gengar that's entirely pointless because there's no reason for that coverage. Because it's just not the way Go's DPS checks work. You really need to, like, spec into your double aspect, and if you can't, you need to be able to, like, really take advantage of your charge moves typing. Which is why Celebi is such a weird Pokemon in Go. They didn't give it any grass moves. Like, it gets either Charge Beam or Confusion for its fast move, and then I think it's Psychic, Hyper Beam, and Dazzling Gleam for charge. So Confusion and Dazzling Gleam is good Psychic Fairy coverage, but it's not like Celebi can take much use of it. Oh, my throat feels so much better. Yeah, Sticky Fingers is great. When I was super into JoJo, when I first got into it in 2015, I was playing a lot of Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and all of my, like, online cries were, like, JoJo based. So every time I would mount the monster, it would auto chat Muda 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 Muda, and then I would, after I jumped off the monster, I had like set up just like very close so I could launch that in the time it took me to fall off the monster, and I did that every time. And after like a really hard fight that I didn't think I would win, I would just flood the chat with Ree, and I would change the mounting attack message to like other like battle cries like and Ari 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 Arrivederci and stuff like that. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was a more peaceful time. Generations Ultimate got some of that joy back. I should really play more Generations Ultimate. Put like 70 hours into it in like 2 weeks, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm a little burnt right now. I'm gonna play RuneScape. I heard Purple Haze Feedback was a really good read, but thought it was boring. I couldn't finish it. I think at the time I also had to like probably do something for class, so that's probably why I never got back to it. Oh Jesus. Do we have any My Hero Academia readers in here? Because I started reading it, like when season 3, like hit the halfway point, like after the All for One versus One for All fight. And then I started reading it after that because I was just tired of waiting every week for an episode. And then I had to wait weekly for every chapter release, and then I stopped around the Class A versus Class B arc. So from September up until like yesterday, I hadn't read anything. I just read it all, and I want to discuss a certain power, but I don't want to spoil anyone who hasn't read it, or if we have any anime onlys. Do we have any anime only MHA fans? I feel like everyone, especially after season 3, is just like, well, screw it, I should probably wait. Or I should probably just start reading. I feel like it's coming. I feel like the shiny's probably going to be here in the next, like, anime only. Okay, that explains it. I'll wait then. Never mind. God, to relive season 2 of My Hero Academia. Season 2 is so good. I rewatch that when I'm playing RuneScape a lot. Like, that is top tier shonen. I feel like he's starting to lean a little harder into like shonen tropes, but he felt like he was subverting them for a lot of My Hero Academia's lifespan. Yeah, I'm really bad at like I hate being spoiled, so I given the opportunity, I won't ever spoil anyone. Yeah, I heard season 1's really hit or miss. I thought it was super interesting from the get-go, and then everyone's like, yeah, season 1 was stupid, but season 2 is amazing. And I'm like, oh, it gets better. And then I didn't watch it when it was like airing live because I knew I wanted to sit there and watch all of it at once. And I'm really glad I did because that was so good. So if for some reason season 1 isn't clicking with you, I guarantee you'll love season 2 either way. I feel like season 2 of MHA is something that literally anyone can enjoy, anime fan or not. Like that just goes into like straight up quality programming. That was when I would stan, as the kids say. I would never admit that now because I feel like the fan base is getting a little weird, but that's part of why I stopped saying I watched JoJo too. So, because the the fan base ruined JoJo for me for a while. Stopped reading Part 8 for like half a year because of that. Probably I don't think there were any like are like my favorite. I was gonna say best girl, and I'm like most of them are like 14, so none of them on that front, and then all the adults are really weird. So, but I really like Sue's power. The whole frog thing feels like it's basically Spider-Man's power, like just being able to like jump, stick to walls, and like web sling, except you're using your tongue, which probably is a little inconvenient. But I feel like her power would, her quirk would be the most fun to have. But all the adult females are generally awful people, so except like Nurse Lady. Like Midnight's a pedophile, Mount Lady is just all sex, and that's like nothing else to her character. So I don't know. I can feel Momo though. Her life struggle is something I can sympathize with. Lack of confidence can be a bitch. Hey, Dredic. How you doing? All right, come on, buddy. You can do it. I know you're out there. I know you're out there, you damn shiny squirrel. Show yourself. I probably ran away from this thing at some point and didn't realize it. Wouldn't that be something? But that is full odds I'm dealing with, so I'm significantly less likely to get this thing than I am to get it. Mina's... Mina is criminally underused. She feels like she's a joke character most of the time, and she doesn't really get the chance to really break out of that role. Because her issue is pretty much any scene where she has the spotlight, she's sharing it with like Deku or someone who, by nature of the story, has to hog the spotlight. Yeah, Momo is just well written. Not a huge fan of her hero power or hero suit because you know, like, oh yeah, her power's through her skin. She has to have it exposed. Like, you know, people who wrote that like, no. I see what you're getting at. You wanted to write a 15-year-old girl in skimpy clothing. I get it. Just say it. You're a piece of shit for it either way, but at least own that. So I like Yoko Taro. He's like, oh yeah, I thought 2B had a nice ass, and I'm like, cool. I like asses. I really loved All Might though. He's my dad. Say loved like he's gone or something. He's not. And, like for the first like 2 seasons, I would tweet like, yeah, All Might's my dad, and I liked it. Plus, just the whole universe is really fun to like make OCs for. Because like if you can choose like one power and then like all the different ways you can bend the rules around that one power, it's super fun. I mean, that's the kind of bullshit about like Dragon Maid and shit. Everyone's just like, haha, look at this. The dragon is 1,000 years old, but she looks as though she's 4, but she's 1,000, so all this porn I'm drawing of her is fine. It's like, no, you're still drawing pictures of what looks like a 4-year-old in a compromising posing, so fuck off. I don't know. It's part of why I don't really like anime all that much. A lot of it. Certain things I feel like just I get what they're doing and why they're doing it, but I don't find it interesting or good at all. Like series I can like roll with it, it's fine, but like if it's like Kill la Kill's like it was her whole thing. Like that was just some over the top, didn't even pretend to like have a good reason for it. It's like, yeah, these characters are nude. Why not? Like, all right, you have fun with that. Like, if you can own it, fine. But like, don't try to bullshit a reason at me. Yeah, I watched all of season 1 of Dragon Maid because I needed some like easy reading or like some easy watching when I was playing RuneScape. And I didn't want to watch My Hero Academia at the time because I was gonna want to pay too much attention to that. But I watched all of that, and the sexualization of fucking Kana is really weird, and I hated it. But I really didn't like Lukoa either because her whole joke, she has 2 jokes. That she has large boobs and she makes Shota uncomfortable, and I'm like, that's not a joke. Like, this isn't funny. Like, any scene with her in it was like immediately worse because of it. Like, can we just focus on like Toru and Kobayashi? Like, if we're gonna do anything, like, I just want these 2, no one else. No one else is good. No one else is fun. Everything about this show makes my skin crawl except these main characters. Though the best thing about Dragon Maid, someone took the intro scene, like the OP for it, and synced it up to Psychosocial by Slipknot, and it works far too well for its own good. I would play it, but I think I'll actually get hit with like 8 copyright strikes for that. Except I wonder if I could hit a copyright deadlock with that, like have them both try to claim my channel, therefore no one gets it. But like look it up, it's like Dragon Maid what is it, like Slipknot's Dragon Maid or something? Like if you look up that, like I'm sure it'll pop up. I'm gonna try to look it up on my phone right now. It's really funny with how well it fits. I still don't think Bakugo is like a particularly well written character. Like I get why he does the thing he does, but like that whole like I'm super bad and mean and I hate everybody and like yell a lot. It's really annoying. Like that and Tsunderes are like probably my most hated trope. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna look that up real quick. Slipknot, yeah, Slipknot Dragon Man. Dude, that's spooky. I looked that up, and YouTube immediately recommended Dragon Maid before I'd even finished writing Slipknot. Bakugo voices Gotcha in the anime. Okay, cool. So part 5 really is the worst part. Gotcha. Finish my ginger ale. Wish I had more. Bakugo's power is super fun, and like the way he like comes up with things with that power, like the things he does with it, that's incredible. But if it was attached to anyone besides Bakugo and his ultra abusive house relationship, like it's not funny. Like I get the whole thing about his mom is supposed to be a joke, but it's like no fucking wonder. Like I'm surprised he didn't grow up to be a school shooter. And that was a plot point that he really thought the villains were gonna be like, Bakugo will definitely join us. Bakugo, in real life, Bakugo would probably be a school shooter. I feel like Ochako could. Well, no, I was gonna say she could probably use a little more like being her own character, but I feel like the last arc really helped her out with that too, where she's feeling a lot more confident. I feel like most of Class 1 got like a lot of really good development. Like Ida, like his whole thing in Season 2 was super good. Actually, like super well interesting about like the mechanics of revenge and like whether or not it's worth chasing. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The manga, I had to sit out for like half a year to let chapters build up. Like Class A versus Class B is really fun if you read it all at once, but waiting for that weekly, how did you guys do it? Like even like our usually really populated MHA channel in the church was like the church being the me and my friend's private Discord server. Uh we had like a really populated MHA chat and it died for 5 months once Class A versus Class B started. Oh, we were just talking about that later. Like, if you didn't like season 1, I'm willing to bet legit money you'll like season 2. Since you've gotten a lot of the world and character building out of the way, now they just start going into like the good action and fun storytelling. I feel like this is probably the most developed May is going to get. Like, her whole thing is just like a joke character. The fact that she was as helpful as she was is what's more surprising to me, honestly. I didn't expect her to come back. But yeah, if you didn't like season 1 much, I'm willing to bet you'll like season 2. Because that one's really good. And I feel like season 3 on the anime is a little hit or miss. But yeah, we went from hating a bad, boring game to gushing about a really good anime. God, I really needed to vent about Kingdom Hearts 3. I feel like that one's been hanging over my head for a while. Feels really good to get that out. Yeah, after the first few episodes, it's like Please, in My Hero Academia world, I would play that. I played the fuck out of that. Just give me a full-on like MHA like RPG. Could you imagine? People who say Boku no Hero Academia are cops. The fucking anime itself says My Hero Academia. Why are you still like trying to act like like it's technically Boku? It's like the anime says My. It's like the same people who say Shingeki no Kyojin over Attack on Titan. It's in the fucking OP. Don't be a fucking weeaboo. No one's gonna judge you for it. Not even an action RPG. I was gonna say, give me a Persona-based My Hero Academia game. Like, have like social links you can build up with your other classmates. All the quirks are basically stands. I was about to say, back when people actually talked about Attack on Titan, I saw like an equal amount of like people calling it Shingeki no Kyojin. No, plus even the subreddit for it was Shingeki is still Shingeki no Kyojin. I stopped caring about Attack on Titan once they answered literally every question and then tried to start a new arc. It's like, doesn't work that way, guys. I've gotten everything I wanted out of this series. Goodbye. And then plus it came out like the author's like a war crime denier and like a genuinely awful person, so like a super heavy like Japanese nationalist. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, starting to wonder why this series really felt like it was just Nazi and Germany propaganda. Because there's nothing to talk about with Attack on Titan anymore. After the 2 time skips in a row, it was like, I don't care about these other people. I don't want to go through World War II. We attacked all the Titans and they're all gone. They can make more, but whatever, kids. I don't care. Even my friend stopped reading it, and he was way more into it than I was. Which is a shame, because it was really good, and then we got all our answers, and then it just shattered out. Remember when Naruto also did the same thing? It just became a World War II allegory and still managed to keep some semblance of hype going? Well, that doesn't work either, because the Ninja World War arc was really bad. Not like really bad, it was just, if Naruto ended at after the Pain arc, it would have been a perfect ending, because that's when it felt like it was like the aftermath of the Pain arc was just perfect. Like, Naruto finally achieved his dreams. The only loose end was Sasuke, and we didn't need a world war to solve that issue. Like, I'll say I really, really, really liked Naruto, and then the World War arc comes along, and I stop caring. Like, when he said it was going to end, I read the entire series from start to what was the current chapter, which was like a month away from the series finishing. And just the World War arc drags. Just drags. The Naruto versus Sasuke final fight was also dope as shit. Probably looked amazing in the anime. That Kakashi versus Obito fight was super dope. Or Toby, rather. When did that even happen? Some fucking thing. I didn't watch the anime. There's no point in watching Naruto. It's too long. It's too much filler. There's no point in watching any shonen series anime. I heard Boruto was eh. I've heard it never really gets better or worse than just eh. It's like a solid 6 out of 10 the whole way. But I didn't, like, I didn't care. Because why would I want to just, like, watch a new kid go through all the same shit Naruto did? Like, I just did that. It's called reading Naruto. I don't care. Like, Boruto was fine as, like, the, little ending slate at the end of, like, the very final chapter in Naruto, where you're like, oh, where's everyone now, 15 or so years later? Oh my god, does someone else agree with me that My Hero One's Justice is a stupid name? That's the whole reason I didn't get the game at all and care about it, because, like, call it My Hero Academia. It's not My Hero, it's My Hero Academia. Say it. Say Academia. God. I mean, reading One Piece at Ace's behest, and it's pretty good. I like it a lot more than I do in the anime. Because again, speaking of anime, why does One Piece feel the need to try to adapt like one chapter an episode? That's gonna ruin the pacing. Like, it's not even a thing you can just sit there and like watch when it's all done. It means you just have to watch 1,000 episodes of, oh yeah, this fight's gonna get dragged out for far too long because we have to keep these animators in jobs instead of, you know, making an anime that just let this damn series rest for a bit. I'd go. I'm gonna beg to differ with you, General Van. Dr. Stone and The Promised Neverland are fantastic. The anime for The Promised Neverland is no good, though. As someone who's like caught up to The Promised Neverland, the anime feels really different and not in a good way. So, like, I'd say read The Promised Neverland. It's super good. Super good. I'd go so far as to say, like, buy it. Like, I don't generally recommend buying a lot of, like, the uh, entertainment I consume, like, because I'm a big fan of saying if you can't afford to support something legally, just pirate it for the time being. But I'd go so far as to say it's worth buying The Promised Neverland blind. The anime makes her look significantly more racist, like a much more of a racist caricature. She's significantly better in the manga. They really blow her up with the anime, and it's super unfortunate. Dr. Stone is a bit of a slow start. I know Ace dropped it because she didn't like it, but after the first 12 chapters where it finally establishes the real main character and like the real driving force behind the plot, it goes from like, I already loved it from the start. So it went from an 8 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. No, Promise Neverland's still going. It has an end in sight. The author said that he only wanted to do 200 chapters, and he's like at chapter 120 right now. So there's still like another good like year and a half left of Promise Neverland. And I'd highly recommend it. It's super good. It's a very good prison break manga featuring 11 and 11-year-olds up through babies. And then gets super, super fucking dark. But I loved it so much that I based one of the Pokemon in Project 3 off of one of the villains. So pretty much when you play this game and you're fighting one of the legendaries, people who have read The Promised Neverland is going to be like, was that him? Was that villain? And I'm like, it absolutely is that villain. Right down to the typing, design, and ability. And stat spread. Orochimaru bread? Someone looked at that and thought, yeah, I want that snake inside me. Yeah, I might as well. Wait, what did that say? Vitlia City. What if I healed my dude? I thought that might be an issue because Emerald has like a bad RNG issue with shinies, but this isn't based on Emerald. This is based on Fire Red. Cloned, okay. Yeah, Orochimaru didn't seem like the type to ever think sex was something he should do. I've been like recommending like fucking or just blasting problematic anime, but I watched like a ton of Monogatari recently. Like all of season Bake Monogatari, Nisei Monogatari, Kuro Monogatari, and then season 2. And yeah, every character in that is a disgusting person, but my god, is it entertaining? I swear Kizu Monogatari movies are like the only things that I could never find to pirate. I guess I'll check it out after this stream. Maybe I'll finally get lucky. Most likely it's looking like I'm just gonna have to rent it off of Amazon Prime. Because, like, the DVDs for it is fucking, like, even the cheapest one for just one of the 3 DVDs is $60. And it's like, no, 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 Handyplex. Is Monogatari good? I like it a lot, but man, it is not for everyone. First off, this thing is, like, basically just softcore porn in a lot of parts. Like, you never actually see genitals, but it is very heavily sexualized. Especially, oh god, and I'm pretty sure the MC is like an actual pedo, but I don't know. It's so hard to recommend that after I blast the other series that it's so entertaining that I allow myself to push some of those thoughts in the back of my head. I don't know. It's a hard one to recommend. It's also a very hard one to recommend because the entirety of the first season isn't available anywhere. The last 3 episodes that you need to understand for the plot going forward, I could only find by pirating like most of the series. Like I got this 54 gigabyte file that had like 70 or so episodes as being the only way I could find Bakemonogatari episodes 13 through 15. Because they were just Japanese OVAs and Crunchyroll doesn't have the license to stream them. I heard if you watch it on Amazon Prime, though, they get episodes 13 through 15. Though it's really hard for me to recommend Amazon Prime to people if they don't already have it. But it's a fun mystery plot. And everyone but the MC is written pretty fun, at least. It's not that it's like too much, it's just, from what I understand, Monogatari is in like a super state of like legal limbo. And if you want to support it officially, the DVDs are far. I could never recommend you to buy the DVDs. They're way too expensive. Like $60, $100. Oh, peace out, Yarn. Yeah, I actually kept this going a little longer than I thought. I'm gonna give this thing 50 more encounters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Be shiny, damn it. Come on, 18. 19. I'm gonna open up Go real quick. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. No shiny and Go either. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. And 50. No such luck. Oh well. Sounds like I'm probably gonna call it a stream for tonight. Went on a little longer than I was expecting. Probably gonna record some Yokai Watch 3 after this, and I should save my voice for that. So thank you so very much for joining. Hope y'all enjoyed, and on Wednesday we're gonna get back to some more Spyro 3, and next Saturday I should hopefully be back with Dragon Warrior Monsters. How long has the squirrel thing been a thing for? 69 and a half hours. Though this is sped up 6 times, so it's like 11 hours. Jesus. Alright, peace out, pals. We should have some good content coming up this week, and I hope you all enjoy. Have yourselves a wonderful night and enjoy the rest of your week. And I get lucky with 2 more shinies. 2 more encounters, rather. Fuck. Anyway, peace out, pals.